Get $3 off every order at PlayAsia by using the code Censored.
Ace Combat 3's Western release back in the year 2000 was met with large amounts of controversy and fan backlash. The PlayStation 1 flight sim was extremely ambitious with what it offered, but unless you had managed to get a hold of the original Japanese release, the full scope of this would not at all be apparent. In fact, the Japanese and English versions can basically be seen as two completely different games. The Japanese release contains 52 missions, vast amounts of story content, anime cutscenes, voice acting, branching storylines, multiple endings, and was released on 2 CDs. In comparison, the English release only has 36 missions, is completely linear, and has stripped away virtually all story content. All cutscenes and characters from the Japanese version are missing. There is no voice acting, and the whole affair is something extremely basic. The publisher Namco even originally advertised the game as being a proper localization of the Japanese release, advertising things such as a vast story mode, yet for unknown reasons this was changed at some point in development. It's suggested that the decision was due to the series selling less than expected and due to the game's huge scope, ended up being too expensive. Ever since its release 17 years ago, many fans have longed for some kind of remake or re-release which gave the title the type of localization it deserved. However, despite its high demand, Namco have yet to respond to these requests. Perhaps now though, this is no longer needed. You see, where the localizers have failed, a community of fans have stepped in. Created in 2009, Project Nemo was started to fully translate the original Japanese release. It's been a rocky ride with many challenges to overcome, but 8 years after the project's humble beginnings, the team have at last succeeded in releasing a full translation for English fans to finally be able to enjoy. Make sure to check out the link in the description for Project Nemo's website, which has things such as an interesting blog about the patch's development, as well as of course the patch itself. Whilst this release isn't really to do with censorship, localization issues such as this are still very relevant to what censored gaming does, and fan translations are always a very important and commendable thing. Congratulations to all of the hard work that's been put into this patch, and until next time, thank you for watching.